Hello and welcome to Grace Street. This is part 2 of prayer because there were some things that I needed to add in there and kind of skirt in there that I missed. So one of the things that you need to think about with prayer is you want to make sure that you are always giving thanks to God. So giving thanks is definitely a part of prayer. It's something that people miss a lot because they're too busy asking for things like what we were talking about in part 1, or too busy asking for advice. You always need something. And so you need to make sure you're giving thanks to God for the things you do have. Even if they're not the things you want, God always gives you what you need. So you've got to keep that in mind, that God knows what he's doing. So you always want to give thanks. Also, when you are praying, you can worship God. People are like, isn't that giving thanks? No, it's not the same thing. Worshiping God is telling God how much you love him, how amazing he is, how great things are going, and all of that. So you got to do that too, a little bit of that. You can sing, there's a little bit of that in there. You can do whatever you want, but you got to do that. Something important that you got to think about with prayer. Most people think that they pray to God because they're trying to change God. That is not the case. What prayer does not change God. Prayer changes you. It aligns you to God, not the other way around. So when you pray, it aligns you to God and what God keeps in mind. It's not going to change God. God is who he is, and he's not going to change. It makes you go with what he's doing. And so that's what prayer is going to do for you as well. It's going to help you make better decisions, give you more wisdom. So it's going to do some of those things too that you kind of don't even think about. You're going to get some benefits from that. But a big part of it is making sure that you're not just always asking for things, that you're making sure that you give thanks, and that you're also worshiping through that. So I think we've got everything left from prayer. If you missed all of part 1, go back and watch part 1. That's got everything else. So that's it. Deuces.